It's the Eastern Conference on display, featuring the Boston Celtics. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. Here with me tonight, Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Chris Humphries in this one?
When you bring his name up, what I can't get out of my head is how ferocious he is as a rebounder.
You know, that's really a good way to describe him. He devotes so much energy to his work on the boards, it makes him hard to handle.
And for the Heat, we've got another hometown game here in Miami. They are looking extremely good so far, starting the season on fire, 6 straight wins.
You know, for the Heat, they've continued their outstanding play. I mean, they're definitely one of those teams that everybody has in their sights again this year.
Well, you know, this is a team that doesn't have any glaring weaknesses. I mean, they're strong across the board on that roster. And I think as long as they stay solid and they stay healthy, it wouldn't surprise me if they made a strong push into the playoffs.
You know, Avery Bradley missed the first 3 months of last season after undergoing surgery on both shoulders, fellas. I mean, when Rondo went down with his ACL tear, Bradley stepped into the starting point guard role, and I thought performed very well.
And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. That is good. Dishes it to Haslam. And he slams it one-handed. There it is, guys. Bradley kicks to Rondo. Drills the three-pointer. Rondo's got 5. And for Bradley, a tremendous defender, and Steve able to defend either the 1 or the 2.
Well, he's listed at 6'2", but he has incredibly long arms and quick feet. So he's strong enough to guard.
Too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot.
Ridiculous.
Tore it down that time. Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
It was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Nice shot by Rondo. The field so far. And finished off by LeBron.
That's his forte. Finding that angle and then aggressively attacking the rim.
Stolen by LeBron. Chalmers passed away. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transit for us.
Brad Stevens and I got a chance to talk for a bit. There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
And thank you, Doris. Haslam with it. Now Green defending.
A 3-game season series between these two this year.
And he gets the bucket.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim.
3. Here's Green. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
The break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
And because of the odd number of games between them, guys, the one thing we know is that one of these teams will have bragging rights over the other at the end of the season.
Exactly, Kevin, and that makes tonight's game, I think, a little more interesting and intriguing. I mean, whoever wins this one will have a big advantage going into the next 2.
So he gets them both.
You know, it's always fun to play the hypothetical game with players. One go deep in March Madness playing with a good high school team, that might not be as ridiculous as you think. A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
He'd have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. From deep, and he gets it to go. LeBron's got 13.
Not much going wrong for him early here. Only one.
Steve with his strength and his size.
Well, he can do everything, no matter what you ask of him on the floor. Only partner. So the versatility is just incredible.
And the basket by Wade.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
Get some depth and look to reload for another run.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He was very specific with his message. He wants them attacking the basket every chance they get. Go hard to the hoop, he said. Let's wear this defense out. Also, he wants them building a wall around the rim defensively and forcing shots to come from the perimeter, not in the paint. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. The three from Chalmers. Shot clock at 5. The offensive rebound, Sullinger, and he uses the glass.
I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
And
another run. And they had their last hurrah.
made shot from Bradley. Three-pointer, Wade. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. That's now 8 points for
Those looks.
And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Yeah. Exactly, it's with them.
Yeah, but you don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up, though, either.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. So we'll see Jared Sullinger go to the free throw line. That's on LeBron James. And a whole new beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Heat lead by 8. A lot of people feel for him in Boston.
Could not agree more. I tell you, playing alongside Kevin Garnett, played for Doc Rivers in his first year. I mean, you're going to learn a lot from those two about how to play in the NBA. I think he's ahead of his years as far as his basketball acumen. He's what we call an old head. Really has a nice understanding of the game.
Olenek, he's checked in for Sullinger. And it's Allen with the jam. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice.
At 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Shots good from Oden.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
Now here comes Cole, leading the break. The big dunk at the end of the break.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better structure.
Shoots, hits the jumper. Bass has got his first points of the night. The Heat leading by 10. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Well, look at the impact Jordan Crawford has had. Let's look at some of his stats. Last season's stats for him. Averaged about 11 points a game last season.
The highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. The Heat in 5th.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. I mean, you could see their confidence. Too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Cole's shot is good. And Bobois, the pass to Olenek, gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Lock at 6. And the shot is good. Allen's got his second basket of the night.
No way you can get back into the game.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Heat lead by 12. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
And you get a chance early on to see their depth. They got a nice effort from their bench players early in this game.
Yes, Steve, I tell you what, their subs have really packed the punch for them so far.
Anderson with the ball. Shot's good. Anderson.
An easy shot. So good at spacing the floor and moving the ball.
And it's Allen with the jam.
Oh, man, they are just putting a hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively. It has all been working for him today.
Crawford dishes to Bobo. And that one's good. And Clark.
And movement with the ball. I think over time now, they'll give one of the best offenses in the league.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's bring it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Kevin, thank you. The Celtics, with the departure of Doc Rivers, going young at their head coaching position. They signed Butler University head coach Brad Stevens, 37 years of age. He may be young, but he's very accomplished. He won an NCAA Division I record 166 games through his first 6 years at Butler, a winning percentage of over 77%. And the Celtics are believers in his ability. They gave him a 6-year contract. Guys, they're confident he is the one to lead this team into a new era.
They all rave about his work ethic. Thank you so much, Doris.
The story came out about Chris Humphries last year that basketball wasn't his #1 sport as a kid. He was actually one of the best swimmers in the country as a youngster. But basketball's worked out just fine.
And he's good on the second. And Clark back to Humphries. He still holds the 10 and under record in the 50-meter and the 100-meter freestyle. And it's Wade penetrating. And that one is hammered home. Down.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there. Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
And he dunks it in. Right on Chris Humphries. Oh, man. Just Green, the pass to Bass. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bass has got...
Today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of
the Green. A jump hook and good on the basket. Book it. Green's got... Rondo drives in. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, last season, Doc Rivers said he was hoping for Rajon Rondo to be even more aggressive and assertive than usual. The Celtics are at their best when Rondo looks to score first and then distribute later.
And he's good on the second. Well, going back to Rondo last season, he did up
a triple-double at you, too.
And Green gets it to go.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making...
By Wade. Beasley outside. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's possession. And, folks, what an outstanding array of talent we've got here. Just look at the list for all-time career scoring average.
Quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
He had a nice open look right there. From 17, and he gets it to go. He's got 8.
You're going to be waiting.
And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Here's Oden, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
They weren't very good on the road. Ended with a 14-27 record away from home, which was by far...
Clark, rarely can you win just over a third of your road games like the Celtics did and expect to make the playoffs. And had they played closer to 500 on the road. You know, Steve, there's a good chance they with Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Crawford. Coach was obviously looking for big things from him in this game and is still hoping that takes shape very quickly. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Great. Thanks for the report, Dorian. Points in the game so far. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Bradley's got 11 points. These guys were practically automatic. 5th, Ray Allen.
And that's what you like to see from the foul line.
Allen with it. He's picked up by Lee and finished off by LeBron.
A rim rocker.
Up for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some strength there.
And that one's good. Crawford's got 4 points this quarter.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a top.
That is good. LeBron's got 29 in the game.
Tell you what,
and puts you away.
Now, here is Battier after Jared Sullinger's miss. Battier, and he gets it to go.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's Cole, and he gets it to go. Cole's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Nicely done.
See if you can stop it.
Here's Bradley, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on LeBron James.
Talk about some great numbers for Bradley. He's got 11 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
Yeah, and I think that's been important because it's established a nice defensive presence for his team.
Chris Humphries.
It really took them deep all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
He is just... Now here comes Cole, leading the break. There's Allen. That's good on the assist from Cole. And it's 8 points for Ray Allen.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Heat running away with it. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Coach, LeBron obviously having a tremendous game so far. What is key to his ability to take over a game?
it was probably a myriad of things, but his ability to sustain that. He came out with great force and got us off on the right note. Now we have to keep it going.
Coach, thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Now, presented by Sprint.
The weekend is in full swing on a Saturday night. Glad to have you along with us. Miami up on top against Boston. They're off to a hot start this season. They'd like to continue that hot streak in this game. LeBron has been on a roll in the first half. He's absolutely exploded, racking up the points. He's been dynamic on both ends of the court, finding teammates, playing tough D on the other end. On the other side, the Celtics have not gotten off to a good start. They've got to do a better job protecting the ball and valuing each possession. They've not done that. Their turnover number's way too high through two quarters. We've seen Avery Bradley in top form. He has 13 points and some nice plays offensively, getting the assists going. Let's start things off with a look at what's coming up later tonight. It'll be the 76ers against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. A 7:30 Eastern time is tip-off. And one game also on the docket, the Hawks playing out at Phillips Arena as they go up against the Magic. Two teams, one division. Should be a good one. A 7:30 Eastern tip time. And here's a look at the other NBA action from around the league. The Nets out in Brooklyn will go up against the Pacers. And a little Eastern Conference mix-up for you there. That gets going 7:30 Eastern. And that's it for us here in the studio. Time to send it on back out to Kevin Harlan and the gang for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
A soaring view over the waters of Miami as we welcome you back to action. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah, he put on a highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
It was a fireworks display. He nearly tore the hoop down with a couple of those slams multiple times.
Been a string of 3 straight at home.
That's an important game for the Magic. I know their fans are hoping for a win.
On the floor for Boston, speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. Forwards Jeff Green and Jared Sullinger. And it's Humphries in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That free throw good from Bradley.
Well, last season, I think officially brought the immediate championship aspirations of the Celtics to a close. The 7th seed in the East, dispatched in the first round by the Knicks. The rebuild was on in full cycle.
And so Bradley nails both of them. And back to this. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. And there's the lay-in. James has got 33.
All the buckets he's pulled.
Here comes the break, and here they go. And it's Wade with the jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break bucket, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've got.
Celtics passing it around. 5 on the clock. Sullinger with the bucket.
The 2 points are pretty much a lock when they're able to get the ball into that position inside.
The drive by LeBron. And powered down the jam.
When he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
LeBron's got 3 rebounds now in this one. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He has 35 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
They sure have, and clearly he's gotten in their heads because of it, Clark. You guys are looking over their shoulder now, always worrying about where he is.
First one falls for him.
Every great player needs someone to push them to be better. LeBron said last year that, that's what Kevin Durant does with him. And I think he works as hard as he does, knowing that Durant is coming to try to take his spot as the best player in the league.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And going back to LeBron for the time being, he's solidified Clark is standing, I think everyone would agree, as the best player in the NBA.
Well, how about 4 league MVP trophies to his credit? 1 of only 5. So, enough said.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Guys, last year, Dwayne Wade set a career high for field goal percentage at over 52%. D. Wade said, quote, "Back when I had the team, I was the top player. I had to shoot shots I wasn't comfortable with. I made some, I missed a lot. I have a different role on this team. I don't have the ball all the time, so I need to take shots that come and understand which shots are my shots." Kevin, you gotta love the dedication to efficiency for the team's sake.
That's why he's a champion, Doris. Thanks. Bradley drives in. Sullinger, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Sullinger's got 9 points.
The second good blocking call that trip.
Greg Oden, he's checked in for Chris Bosh. And it's Oden finishing it off.
Boy, you gotta love that assist by LeBron.
LeBron, 37 points for him. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin.
Out to Wade, expanding his range, and that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Can they get it? And the basket by Olynyk.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
The drive by... It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that
Not probable, but it is possible.
Rondo on top, defended by Chalmers. Nice shot by Rondo.
Little touch of class there.
Is it to Chalmers? Lots of room. Good on the jump shot. Chalmers has got he's got 8. There's Lee with the 3, and it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. The arc goes back up, and yep, the lay-in is good that time from Anderson. And it's Rondo penetrating, shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for...
So they always manage to get the key stop when they need it.
And the basket good. And now, and again, Boston with the triple. And when you're coming off attention, now an appropriate time as we get a chance to look at the all-time list for assist average. Some Hall of Fame point guards for sure, missed from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He's looking for some old-fashioned offense right now. He wants the pick and roll to be the centerpiece of their game plan at that end of the floor. He told them also they should be swarming to the basket at the offensive end. He wants a lot of bodies inside. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
You know, Shane Battier was such a great addition for this Heat team. Really a coach on the floor. And since they added him to the mix, guys, guess what? 2 straight championships.
He hits the second from the line. And, Steve, you look at Shane Battier, his ability to cross-match and guard fours down low is one of the keys that enabled the Heat to go small, especially 2 years ago when they were in the finals.
Yeah, and in the regular season last year, it was very successful for Miami. That's why they shot those threes so well, because they had the floor spread. But Battier always willing to take on that challenge physically. The question, though, is when you go against a guy like David West or even Carlos Boozer, it gets tougher. And so in the playoffs, Miami has had to maybe go small a little bit less often.
He's a winner, though, isn't he?
No question.
Here's Crawford. Allen takes a shot at the elbow. They get it back. Humphries. And he gets the bucket. Humphries has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
52 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Battier, and that one's good. Battier's got 5 now. Clark, it was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about...
Here's Cole, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Boy, ends the quarter with a dead-eye 3 as the buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve, and he timed it perfectly.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Heat out front, just dominating this one. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. The Heat shooting a scorching 68% in the game. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. We've got Bobois with the ball. Oden picks him up, and Brooks gets it to go.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Good. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two. And a moment to check out Miami and who they've got coming up. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that's the third of four straight played at home.
I'll be anxious to see what ends up happening with that Mavericks game, guys. That should be a good one.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Guys, one of the themes in this game has been how much of their scoring has come off turnovers.
And I'll tell you the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game.
Got it. Good job in the low post.
Pretty pass.
And he converts the layup.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent.
That's good.
He's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
I think it happens far too often.
Here's Olynyk, and another basket for Boston.
Now the defense just couldn't get a hand in his.
Makes it off the glass. Cole's got 9 points now and Bobois kicks to Lee. Hits the three-point bomb.
Boy, that.
He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Beasley's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Lee dishes to Olynyk. Baseline J on the way, and it's Boston with another. Timeout called, the Heat.
That redshirt year at Gonzaga, you think about it, the way he improved his upside is pretty impressive.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He'd like them to better establish the trend land, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
Thanks again, Doris.
You know, you think of what a typical Eastern Conference team plays like, and you often think of the Celtics. I mean, they like to slow it up. They'll play hard D and take their fouls when they can. Still.
Humphries with a screen on Chalmers. Rondo's shot is good. Well, and back to the Celtics, even as you see. Now, here's Green, following the miss by Chris Bosh. And yes, sir, that one drops.
He is setting this place on fire.
The drive by Bosh. That's good.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
And he gets it to go.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Well, Wallace covering. Another shot. Haslett. A beautiful reverse layup.
You know, that putback's about his
Hey, for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
And Bradley gets it to go.
Well,
passes it to Chalmers. Three-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks.
Outside, Green. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
But he's got that quick trigger, a very quick trigger on a shot, and it doesn't hesitate.
Taken away by Wallace. Here's Bradley. Drops in the breakaway layup. Bradley's got 21 in the game.
You can see
54 left in the fourth quarter. Bosh in the post. Covered by Humphries. That's good. Bosh has got 4 points this quarter. Over to the left wing. Rondo drives in. Here's Bradley. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
this guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Miami leading by 17. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
You know, it always amazes me, guys, when you look at Rondo, who really doesn't have a reliable jump shot. And yet, because of his quickness, he's still able to get into the heart of the defense. And your space in the NBA, unless you have the elite speed of a Rajon Rondo.
And this is what they wanted, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for the Heat.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
And now, takes the three. No good there. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Dwayne, how did you guys overcome the deficit on the glass tonight?
Well, first of all, that's an unbelievable rebounding team. So they're very good. I think we made up for it with our energy. We had some steals, deflections that kind of made up for our rebounding.
More than one way to skin a cat. Thank you, Dwayne. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
New dreams replace the old ones.